Chapter 1. Jonah Loren's eyes are ablaze as he runs down a large octagonal metallic tunnel, red lights flashing and a deep alarm thundering through the reverberating passageway. He does not know this tunnel intimately, as it was one of thousands inside EM1's primary mining colony, but his intimate knowledge of the junction codes and numbering system at every intersection allows him to precisely navigate where he was going.
Intruders in primary exhaust loading station. I repeat, intruders in primary exhaust loading station.
Jonah comes to a sudden halt, panting feverishly, and finally turning around to see 8 dark figures come to the same sudden stop. They stand in 2 perfect rows and wait for his command. He ignores them, looking down the corridor suspiciously for their pursuers. When he is satisfied, he shifts to face the left row of figures, partially lost in the darkness of the tunnel and hit periodically by the spiraling lights. His eyes show malice, but deep down his true emotions are to save these people, if you can call them people. Everyone considered them a virus now, a cancer destined for eradication. These are the synthetics. However, it only takes one glance at her, and Jonah is reminded all over again what he truly wanted, but could never have in the eyes of the Human Revolution Project, or more accurately, humanity itself.
She never looks tired, because she's not real. You know better than to think that way, the way they want you to think. Ceasest. The Human Revolution Project is the enemy, not them.
Jonah snaps out of his daydream while the synthetic Theia approaches and stops just shy of him. She tilts her head ever so slightly, her left eye impossibly twinkling with a spark she knew she would only give to him. In more of a human tradition, she arches the slightest curl of a smile. Jonah was always taught it was wrong to feel this way about her, about it, as he was indoctrinated more accurately to see them as. But he can't help himself from feeling the connection with her, and the longer he remains by her side, the less he cares about what she is.
Okay, let's move.
Please catch your breath, Jonah.
We need to keep moving, or you won't survive this.
We appreciate your sacrifice, Jonah.
What I don't understand, Theia.
You still don't understand what happened to Caitlin Adeline and all the others.
They say thousands by now have been taken, Theia.
We wouldn't use the word taken, Jonah. At least not by us. They all had a choice, and that choice was to join with us.
But where? Why? I mean, you 8 might be pardoned if you help us end this war.
We wouldn't call it a war either. There is a very important reason we have connected with very special humans, and why we as a race must survive this final purge, or what you would call a war, Jonah.
Why are they so important?
I am not at liberty to discuss that right now, Jonah.
What do these things know that we don't? You sound like everyone else when you call them things. They wouldn't do this unless it was absolutely necessary. They can't hurt anyone. Goes against their programming. But something is driving them to do this. Maybe Iris has come back. Answer me this, Theia. Does Iris have anything to do with this?
Yes.
All those people. Are they? Is that young girl Caitlin? Is she alive?
Yes, Jonah. She is more important to us and your species for her life to be subject to any danger by the synthetics. But we must survive the war on AI if there is to be any further hope.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Her gentle eyes are enough to break down his suspicion. They don't appear nervous. They don't appear excited. They are just blank. Despite the neural network of 1 billion circuits running through their skulls, it doesn't compare to that of a human. But where they are different is that the synthetics have cognitive access to all those circuits in the blink of an eye. These connections would never naturally damage. They would never get hazy. They would never burn out.
Intruders in ventilation access tunnel 7-4 Delta. All security hatches on this level have been temporarily disabled.
Alright. You guys are up.
All hatches have been temporarily deactivated.
So reactivate it, Bruce. We need it closed.
We are not permitted to access.
Shh. There's something.
Threat to human life. Deactivate security measure and close hatch. Threat to human life. Deactivate security measure and close hatch. EX71 Delta.
Hatch EX71 Delta enabled.
Have you suffered injury or trauma?
Define trauma. Alright, medical hatch. Oh, fuck.
We got the synthetics!
Barricade!
They just put like a man's in our pot!
We appear to be cut off.
We need lights. No, Theia. Someone else get them.
We took off the bitch's hands!
They've stopped firing.
Their rifles have been deactivated.
Zombie fucks!
Too bad. Big puppets. Flashlight.
Not exactly a friendly bunch.
Commander Loren.
Major Killian.
About the end of the line, don't you think?
Almost there, sir.
Sir? A bit confused, boy, as these are not my orders.
Not following your orders any longer.
Well, then I have to ask, who are you taking your orders from now?
I don't know anymore. Let's say God.
That's good. Clones taking orders from God. Loren, would you believe me if I told you I don't actually want to destroy this lot of synthetics?
You know, Killian, you could have fooled me. I thought EM1 synthetics were off limits.
Yes, sir. Right before they started kidnapping kids. But I must admit, Loren, preserving a few wouldn't hurt. It could be your little family here.
Not a chance, asshole.
Come now, Loren. You know what's going on out there. They have finally crossed the line. Just like Iris, they can't be controlled. We're now at war with these things, and by the end of the night, these 8 could possibly represent the last. I suggest you surrender them over now. I know you would love to keep one in particular alive.
This is genocide!
You goddamn right it is. Tens of thousands taken. The revolution won't stand for it.
You have no idea what you're doing, Major.
I know you fancy them as more than appliances, Commander Loren, but in the end, they're only synthetic. Mere perversions of life. But the powers that be still want them, functioning or not.
Look at them. Zero strain, zero emotion. They don't show fear, but they can be killed. Especially when they're forced to save human life.
So you want to save them, Major?
Save is a strong word, but there are higher bounties for bringing selected models back assembled, so to speak. So if I can bring in these 8 rare pieces undamaged, I will. And let's be honest, ever since the moon became its last safe haven, these 8 will likely represent the last in existence. So naturally they are to be kept alive.
Word for word from the Human Revolution Project. I'm surprised you're taking orders from that gospel path from Iris bullshit.
Can't say I'm a fan, but Bigsby sure helps me sleep better at night.
Man's a fascist relic from a pointless existence. The naturally born are a dying race. What will you do when all that's left is us?
It would make sense you haven't been looking around lately. But the majority of your test tube brothers and sisters have sided with the Solar Council. Even their vile echo bangers are growing up hating these walking computers. I can live with clones. I just can't live with the silly clones. 5 seconds, Loren.
Bruce, the floor edge.
4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Fire!
The 8 synthetics and Jonah head for an exterior science lab along the massive open bridge overlooking the capital city of Earth's moon known as EM1 Station. Jonah reaches the center of the bridge, looking out to the chaos of the port he had come to know quite well. The domed city is in flames.
Why did you take them? Why did you take that girl? The final purge only started after you started to kidnap people. You say they came willingly. But why couldn't you see the Council was looking for any excuse to end all AI? Why did you take that girl? Humanity finally does have an enemy it can unite against.
We need to keep moving.
Look at what we did there.
Please move now, Commander Loren. Please move now, Commander Loren. Brace yourself.
No.
We don't have much time, Jonah.
Theia, I thought...
It was Chrysile, Jonah. She calculated the odds of you.
I thought I lost you.
The airlock, Jonah. We must hurry.
They reach the airlock hatch to the distant outer science hub, entering inside the glass bubble. They have reached the outer dome of EM1, which is constructed of a thick plexiglass material separating the pod from the expanse of space. He is now in view of the outer wasteland of the moon.
Threat to human life. deactivate security measure and close hatch JS-17 Alpha.
All security hatches on this level have been temporarily disabled.
Guess they caught on to that little hack.
I suppose I could hotwire this thing.
Red to green. Green snip. Main power coupler off.
The breakers are hit, and the science pod goes dark in contrast to the hazy glow from the moon's surface, emanating in through the massive plexiglass walls. Jonah grits his teeth and grunts, returning to the panel of wires beside the hatch.
Loren, you still down there, buddy?
Still here, Major.
Let's say you come back to us right now, and I'll forget everything illegal you've done for those things. Full pardon, Loren.
Tell me, Major, does that ever work on anyone?
Only those desperate enough to believe it. Get in there.
Jonah looks around chaotically and spots Theia, half her face sheared off by a spray of bullets. He immediately loses the air in his lungs and strength in his legs. Before he can think, an arm catches him and he looks over to Theia's twin.
It's me, Jonah.
He looks back over the other synthetics. He can see the suicide maneuver has done a number on them. Holes have pierced their clothes and blown through their soft and synthetic skin. One of the male twins and another one of the female twins can't stand on their weight any longer.
Nilra. They were trying to save your men!
One good thing about the synthetics, they are perfectly predictable when it comes to humans.
You fucking maniac!
Don't worry. We'll pin it on the synthetics, just like we always have. And I got plenty more of your vile babies to throw your way. I'd sacrifice 1 billion clones to rid the world of those things, boy. Now hand them the fuck over. No!
We're sorry, Commander Loren.
Are they going to make it?
6 of the men are lost. There is little hope for the other 2.
I was talking about your twin and Nilra.
The fallen altruists cannot be salvaged.
They are programmed to be this way. And now, there are only 5 synthetics left because of it. Let's get all of you out of here, Bruce.
I'm afraid they will continue life support procedures if hope remains.
Jonah looks to Cyran on the ground with the dead man. For the first time, he can see nothing but sorrow and compassion written all over her face as she desperately wanted to save his life.
Please don't.
I said, get to the airlock.
The remaining 5 synthetics make their way through the shattered science lab and into the large airlock, leading out to the lunar surface. They all turn together to face Jonah, their bodies leaking the fluorescent pink-red blood from holes blown out of their chests and faces.
They have ruined them forever. And for what? Because they attempted to save human life. Exactly what they were programmed for.
Theia takes a step back toward the entrance to face Jonah, his heart reflecting the knowledge this will be the last time he will ever lay eyes on her again.
This is it.
Jonah?
There's no time.
Please don't.
Jonah looks at Theia through the small window, her lips tightening and her right eye half closing, the tiny spark of light twinkling just for him. He raises his hand to the red release button and hesitates.
Who is Caitlin Adeline to you?
Every second that ticks by is a second they get closer to us, Jonah.
Why did you people take her? Why did you take any of them?
I'm afraid that information will be harmful to humanity.
Your primary function is to save humans, not kidnap them.
We wouldn't phrase it as kidnapping, but you are correct, in that our primary function is to save human life. And by divulging what we know about Miss Adeline and the others, too many human lives will be at risk.
You're running out of time. What is the truth?
They are breaking through.
Who is she, Theia?
Caitlin Adeline is part of an experiment to save the human race.
What does that mean? Why do we need saving?
A fireball of immense power, not conceivable to the human psyche.
And this fireball, this the work of Iris?
Absolutely not. Iris has made a decision to assist humanity.
That's going to rely on some serious faith, Theia. Do we have an expiration date?
There is a theorized time when all life will cease to exist. Yes.
And when does it happen?
Jonah?
Tell me.
The human race is being threatened right now. We do not know the full details, but something, not of this solar system, is threatening the very existence of everything living. If it succeeds, there will be nothing left that will remember life. And therefore, it would be as if the human race had never existed, including us.
What does she know? This could be just a lie to manipulate humanity in order to achieve a higher agenda. Has Iris come back?
No, Iris is gone.
You said Iris was involved.
She was. Jonah, the threat is far beyond contemplation in the short time we have left. Just know that the threat is very real and will destroy all life unless we can find a way to stop it.
How long have the synthetics known about this threat?
Please, Jonah.
This whole abduction crisis. Caitlin Adeline, all the others. This threat. All connected with why we met. Why you infiltrated CSIST.
Every altruist imprinted on 10 human beings during the cloning process. I was fortunate to have imprinted on you when your previous altruist was terminated.
And why was it so fortunate?
Because something has been happening between us since we met. Something that doesn't and can't happen between our two species.
Is that even possible for you, Theia?
It is in my mind, Jonah.
And this thing threatening all life, when does it kill us, Theia?
9.1286 years.
What? I hope you got what you needed from us.
You have no idea what you have done for your species. And for us, Jonah.
I would have done anything for you, even if this was only programming on your part.
This has been more real than anything I could ever have been created for. I would die for you, Jonah.
You would do that for anyone.
AI detected in South Airlock. All exterior hatches have been seal-locked. Airlock 4 Alpha has permanently been locked and disabled to all non-human life. I repeat, Airlock 4 Alpha has permanently been locked and disabled to all non-human life.
We will know your sacrifice for the remainder of our time, Jonah. And for what it's worth, I love you.
Stop. Please don't finish that thought.
Perhaps it's time for you to leave, Jonah.
I've already made my decision.
Jonah backs away from the airlock, Theia leaning forward and tilting her head to see what Jonah is up to. He enters the neighboring airlock, 5 Alpha.
What are you doing, Jonah?
Exposed human life present inside airlock. Override code accepted. Airlock release disabled.
Jonah, please don't. You will die.
Override airlock release code accepted. Exposed human life detected in South Airlock.
We are connected forever.